Hey yarn friends, welcome back to LlamaMamaKayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by for a visit today. So if you have followed me for any time, you know that I love notebooks, I love planners, I like just keeping track of things. And so today I wanted to share with you my planners and notebooks that I plan to use for 2021. Now I did part down some, just trying to simplify my life a lot, and last year I noticed that some things could have been combined with others, and some things I didn't use as much. So saying all that to say that I got a new planner for 2021. This is my main calendar planner that will stay like right here at my desk so that I can, just grab it at any time. This is, it says 2021 agenda. So my agenda for this year will be kept in this notebook. Now, I got this notebook at Walmart. Well, it's a calendar. It's a planner. I got it at Walmart the other day, and it was like right at $10. It was like $9.90 something, maybe $9.96 or so, or something. I don't know. You don't have a price on it, but anyway, so this is a great notebook, and I think the way this is set up, I can incorporate some of my other notebooks. This has the 2-page spread a month at a glance, and I like that it's a 2-page spread because I do kind of write big, and then I can list my bills on this side, so I don't need to do like a separate budget and keep up with my bills and stuff. I can just list those right here on this side. There's a little panel there. And so I can, on here, I can list everybody's work schedule. And because the boys' work schedules changes. Jody stays the same unless he's taking days off or something like that. But the boys, their days off change mostly, and their hours change. So I like to be able to keep up with that. So whenever I have a doctor's appointment, I can look and see what everybody's working, and I can, see who's going to be able to take me to my doctor's appointment. And so I can keep up with my doctor's appointments, things like that, things that we have going on, things that we're supposed to, places we're supposed to be, and things we're supposed to do. So, and I kind of keep this for the whole family. Not that anybody needs me to keep up with their stuff, but I like to be able to keep up with their stuff so I know where they're at, what they're doing. Not to ask Dakota to take me grocery shopping on Thursday because I already know that he's working long hours that day, or that he has a doctor's appointment, or, it's whatever. Not that he has any doctor's appointments, but, I mean, he does have asthma and blood pressure issues, so he does have every now and then, but not anything regular. But, I just like to keep up with where everybody's at, what they're doing. As Jody calls me, the keeper of the schedule. Is that what he calls me? Something like that. Anyway, and so this particular one, the next page is a spread like this. And so this is like a daily thing. And there's this actually is pages like this for every day until it gets to February. And then February starts over with that 2-page calendar. So for this, I can list what I need to do that day, such as, Friday, we normally clean house on Friday evenings to get ready for the weekend. Jody's coming home from work. I want the house to be relaxing when he comes home. So I try to have everything tidied up. If the boys are working evening shifts that morning, I'll have them to, I'll say, hey, will you sweep in there and put those clothes away? Just kind of put away any clutter or anything like that, anything that needs to be done. Because, and that's just kind of getting the house ready for the weekend. Take out the garbage so we don't have anything major to do Saturday or Sunday. We can just kind of relax Friday night, Saturday, and all day Sunday. Except Sunday nights, we clean the house to get ready for the week. So Sunday nights are a little bit deeper cleaning. Excuse me, my throat is so dry. Just making sure on Sunday nights we make sure, like everybody's got their laundry they gotta have for the week. Not that I tend to their laundry, I don't. I've just always done that. It's just how my kids grew up knowing that you get ready for the week on Sunday. And so they do that. They still do that. Some things I taught them, they've carried on into their adult life. Some things they don't. So I'm glad that I did do some things that are beneficial for their life. So anyway, and then also I'm going to keep on these pages, there's plenty of room that I can write. I need to do a video on 2021 goals, my notebooks and planners, or, Ollie's Haul, stuff like that. And I can write down just things I need to do, So that's good. And then, so this book goes all the way through December. Now, I love that it has the 2-page spread, and then it has the daily spaces. So that does benefit me for, I could fit several things that I would normally have notebooks for into this notebook. So anyway, that's my main calendar notebook. Okay, another notebook that I have is my prayer journal. I got this at Tuesday morning last year, and so I've been using it, and I'm going to continue using this for 2021. I just write down some prayers sometimes, not every day. This isn't an everyday thing. This book I'll probably look at every day because my life is going to be in this book. This, I won't write in this every day, probably a couple times a week or as things hit me. I do have a list of names and that I, pray for. And so, and I kind of keep that updated and kind of make notes on, my friend Rebecca is feeling better, and then I might just write out a little prayer, just thanking the Lord for her life and how she's blessed me and, things like that. Or if I'm really have something on my mind, I'll just write out a prayer for it. And so I kind of doodle and just write out my prayers. I'm not going to show you what's inside this book because it's personal, very personal. Okay, so, and then I also have my crochet projects. This I'm carrying over from last year. It's the same notebook I had last year. I just still have a lot of room left in it. But, what I do in this notebook is sometimes I write down, I'll write down the project and maybe who, if I remember. I'll write what size hook I'm using. I'm trying to get better at that because a lot of times I forget. But I'll write down, where the project, where I got it from. Here I was working on this granny square blanket. Let me see. I know I was getting that. I used a 5 hook. I got this from Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast. I'm using acrylic yarn. And the small squares, I've used 3 rounds. The large squares, I used 6 rounds. The rectangles were 6 rounds. And so, I have all that wrote down. And so I write things like that in this notebook. I keep up with, and sometimes I do write out a pattern. Like here's a circle blanket, and I just went ahead and wrote out the rows. I don't do that every time, but sometimes I do. If I'm watching the video and I know I'm going to make that project again, like here I have a baby diaper cover, and I just went ahead and wrote out the rows because I'll probably make that again. And I do write down, that it's by Lovingly Nye, N-I-E. and I used a 5 hook. It's a baby diaper cover. And so I'll continue to use this for my crochet projects and any information that I need to know. Sometimes I write down what yarn I use, but not all the time. I don't always remember that. And most of the time anyway, it's not that that project can only be used for that yarn. You can use lots of yarns, you know. But anyway, I have all my projects that I've been working on wrote down in here. So, and I have other things wrote down for crafty projects that I'm doing. I'm gonna do it's an embroidery type project I want to work on a little bit at a time. I'm not in any rush to get it done or anything. It's a slow stitch project. And so I wrote down my ideas for that. So, you know, I just write down my crafty stuff in this notebook. So that's a good notebook to have. The other notebook that I've got to have for this year is a health journal. So, and I love this notebook. This is the second time I've had one of these with a sloth there because I just love that. And these little notebooks are like $5 at Michael's. You can't use a coupon on these because they're so cheap already. Like, I don't think you can even use that weekly coupon, like 20% off. I don't think you can use that on these notebooks because they're only $5. So, soonish. Yeah, that's me. Like, I'll get to that soonish. I may or may not get to it. But anyway, I'm going to use this notebook and I'm going to backtrack just a little bit for things that have happened up till now with my esophagus issues. But I'm also just going to keep a journal of what happened that day. I probably won't write in it every day. Don't get me wrong. I know I won't write in it every day because I won't remember to, and I won't feel like writing in it every day. But I do want to keep up with, you know, I went to this doctor and this is what he said. And then, you know, he's referring me to this doctor and then write down what that doctor said. You know, just keep a list of things or a little paragraph or blurb or something about, you know, what's going on. And then once I get the feeding tube, I'll need to be writing down like my supplier for, I forgot, equipment and supplies and stuff like that. I'll need to write all that down and like when I ordered, and so I can have it wrote down like, oh, I ordered that on the 10th and it's not here yet, or, you know, things like that. Or, you know, as I'm running out of things, I can say, oh, well, I can order that again on the 10th because I ordered it the 10th of last month. You know, just different things. So I'm going to need to be able to keep up with information, and I'm going to need to be able to keep up with what's going on, you know. All right, and then I have this little notebook that Terry from Yarn Joy Podcast sent me. It was part of our Vlogmas swap, and so I love this notebook. I love it, love it, love it. I have a bag of colored pencils here, right here by me, and so this little notebook is, and I've already started writing in it. Oh, I haven't colored in it yet, but I have started writing in it. But this notebook has like a coloring page, and then the next page is where you can write things. And so for each day of the week. So I'm going to use this as my brain dump. I always have a lot going on in my brain. And it helps me to just empty it. And then I can quit thinking about it. Or quit trying to remember things because I've got it wrote down. So that's what I'm going to use this notebook for. It has really cool pictures in here. I mean, each page is just very interesting. So cute. And so I can just dump my brain as I'm sitting here, and then, you know, and doodle and color in some of this, you know. And if I mean, I may not use it every day, because I may not need to dump my brain every day. I probably do. But I'll use it, you know, as I need to. And so I make the notebooks work for me. I don't work for my notebooks. So I really love this, and I'm excited to be using this. Thank you so much, Terry, for this notebook. That's a special notebook to me. And so then I have other notebooks that I have these little, I like these little fat notebooks from Dollar Tree. They're by Jot. And so I keep an ink pen in it, and it's usually open to a page. But I'll just show you. And I do tear pages out as I don't need them anymore. But I keep one at my desk, right here on my desktop. Just laying on my desk, kind of off to the side. So when I see something on Facebook, or if I see something like somebody mentioned a Netflix movie, I'll just write it down. I'll jot that down, you know, that, hey, I might want to check out this movie. If I see a project I want to make, I might write that down. Just different things like that. My Christmas list that I was planning on getting the boys, you know, different things. Oh, here's where I was making those crochet socks that I showed in my last show and tell. And it's a bunch of chicken scratch because I had to make that several times before I found out what worked for me. And so, yeah, I ended up, I scratched through this pattern like a bunch of times and tried to simplify it and everything. I just write down projects that I want to do, things like that. Let's see. Here I jotted down Elijah's schedule. So I keep these little notebooks with me. I might jot down like, yeah, we need eggs and I need a new mop. So I'll just make a list of things going on. Here I was working on this little baby dress. I didn't write down the whole pattern of the baby dress, but it had an edging on it, and so I just wrote down what I was doing for that. So as I worked on it, if I got lost, I could, you know, look at that and see. So anyway, pretty much if I don't write it down, I don't remember it. And sadly, I don't write a lot of things down. But anyway, I keep this at my desk for that purpose. It stays right over here. And then I have just another notebook that's kind of basically the same thing, except I write down ideas. This is a notebook like full of ideas. Phoebe, it's okay, girl. And this notebook is just lots. It's by Jot also. Got it at Dollar Tree. I fill these up in no time, and I'm getting another one, you know, like all the time. Sometimes I do like this. I do like this style for just to have here to jot down some things. But so basically I have two notebooks here that are kind of the same thing, except this one I can throw in my bag and take to town with me if I write a list in there. This is more like I'll just write down ideas like, oh yeah, I would like to make this, this, and this month. Now I may or may not do it, but you know. But anyway, I don't know what the purpose is of really having two of those, but that's what I've ended up with. I didn't purposely set out to say, oh, I need two notebooks at my desk to write ideas in. But it happened, and so I'm living with it. And then I do have other books that I have for menus, which I haven't been focusing on menus lately. because, okay, for one, the boys are never here. Jody has been just eating sandwiches and things like that. He's cooked some, but he hates to cook knowing that I can't eat it. And so I'm like, just go ahead and cook. I mean, it don't matter. You got to eat. Just because I can't, you know, doesn't mean you can't. But, so I normally have a menu notebook, and I haven't been, like, focusing on that in a little while. But, so that's one notebook I'm not dealing with this year, yes. And then I'll have, like, a shopping list notebook, like, where I write my grocery list down. I might jot down things in there that I need, like, just to say, oh, yeah, eggs. But then whenever I write my grocery list, I, you know, write things out according to how it's laid out in the store. So I have a notebook for that. And let's see, last year I had a budget notebook. Let me see. Last year I had a budget notebook, but I'm combining that into my regular calendar notebook this year. And I'm also combining my YouTube notebook into that. Let's see. And I still have like a recipe book. That's kind of an ongoing thing where I write down recipes, you know. And then trying to look, see what I had last year that I'm not incorporating this year. I had a cleaning notebook, and so I wrote down like the zones of our house, like the fly lady. I divided the house up into zones like that, and just wrote down what needed to be done in each room to consider that room clean. Wrote down like all the steps of cleaning that room, and so nothing's changed on that. It's still good, and I don't need to like a new one or anything like that. Let's see. I think that's about all. I have an address notebook where I write down addresses, and it's still good. It still has room in it, so I don't need a new one or anything like that. So anyway, if you like notebooks, I just kind of want to give you a few ideas that you can use notebooks for. Because there are some very cute notebooks out there at Walmart and Dollar Tree and Target, you know. So I use notebooks as planners or just, you know, notebooks. Like a calendar notebook, cleaning notebook, budgeting, menu, prayer journal, gratitude, thankful notebook. Just as a journal, just to write down, you know, your thoughts and ideas. A health journal, art journals, recipe books, address books, just to doodle in. Brainstorming, like I said, I'm using this notebook as my brain dump. And you can have a sticker notebook. If you have a cute notebook and you just want to collect stickers, you can put stickers in there. I grew up collecting stickers and having a sticker notebooks, and I still have those. You might have a wish book. You might have a craft book, you know, or sewing book to keep track of your sewing projects or just to track projects. You know, you might have a yarn notebook. I don't feel the need to have a yarn notebook, but somebody else might need to keep up with what yarn they have or what yarn they want. You know, there's all sorts of things you can use notebooks and planners for. But my suggestion is let your notebook work for you, not you work for your notebook. Like, don't let it be a chore. Don't let it be a have-to thing or to feel like, oh, I missed this week. I didn't write anything down. So what? Write down on there. I was busy. I didn't feel good. Whatever. Turn the page and go on. And don't feel bad about it. Don't think nothing about it. And if you, you know, start a notebook or something that you really want to do, and then you slack off and say you don't write in it for a whole month or whatever, big deal. Pick it up the next month. Use those pages that you didn't use as doodles, or put some stickers on there or something like that. I do want to show you this that Elijah got me. He brought this home to me the other night. This whole It's by Artist Loft. You got this at Michael's. I think they had them on sale. And then probably, I don't know, with his discount, it probably ended up being like hardly anything. But it's 100-piece gel ink pens. And so there is every color in here. Seriously. There's all these different shades of green. There's yellow, gold, orange, brown. I don't even know if I ever had brown pens. There's red, different shades of red and orange together. Pink, mauve, gold, silver, black, white, blue, purples. All different shades of purples and blues. And then greens and yellows. I mean, it's just like every color you could imagine for an ink pen. So I have this that I'll be using these ink pens to write in my journals and notebooks and such. So if you use a notebook, share in the comments and let us know how you use notebooks, how you make your notebooks work for you, and what works for you. So we can all read your comments, and I'll be hanging out in the comments for about 30 minutes or so after this video goes live, so that I can comment with you. And just so if you watch this, go ahead and comment, and we'll chat a little bit down there. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you all again before you know it.